Welcome everybody to the pre-market analysis for Monday, March the 15th, 2021. I'm Telex. I'm broadcasting live from Southern California. And this week is known as quadruple witching witching week expiration. It's also in the US, it's March Madness, meaning that the U.S. universities, they play into this basketball tournament that's a lot of Americans are very fond of, to the point where it usually affects the economy, where people starting on Thursday, they will take time off for almost a week to support their alma mater. So in case you want to talk basketball, please, by all means, I will be updating you this week. How does that relate to trading? It relates to trading because not that I condone it. I actually do not bet on in general and specifically on this type of things. Stock that's are in that industry, I think they are poised to move because they will be generating a lot of revenue from people gambling on these games over the next couple of weeks. So we will take a look on here in some of the stock in those industry. One of them in particular is actually moving so far in pre-markets. I will show that to you. Our subscribers here are successful trading. They may, if they happen to know, it's one of the GangstA alerts. What are GangstA alerts? If you are new here and you don't know, it's one of the 5 strategies that we do have, right? Do I have my I don't have it open here, but we have at least 5 strategies. But when I tell you 5 strategies, there are strategies within strategies, if you will. But the GangstA trade, it's one of those proprietary things that I'm not sure if anybody else does that here, does that anywhere there. But this is our unique method, how we go about exploiting stock that are moving. So if a stock is moving and it has is optionable, we have a chance to make money out of it. So such was the case last week. If you were with us or if you are part of our subscribers, we traded BA last week. BA, our traders, if they look at the strike price that was on Boeing, somebody reminded me, I think this was Mr. Edit. Good afternoon, my brother from... actually, let me just go ahead and say hello to people in the live chat. Mr. Edit, it's the first one on here, so I greet you, sir. Good afternoon on the other side of the Atlantic. Zorbon, always present at all of the meeting here. Miss Marcy, glad to have you. Mr. Andrew, that's pretty much the quorum, folks. We are just a tiny group on here. And trust me, as long as, what do they say? Wherever two or threes are gathered, okay, I digress a little bit. But yeah, this is a small gathering on here. So yes, a lot will be going on this week because what is quadruple witching? Quadruple witching is the expiration of options, daily options on Friday, weekly option on this Friday, but quarterly option. So March, June, September, December are those 4 times. And typically what we see in those type of weeks, we see a lot of wahala. So if you are new here on this channel and you don't know what wahala means drama. So expect drama. So for most, what does that mean for you and I? For as traders in here, that just means we need to be careful, meaning that we need to be disciplined, yeah? Because this market has a unique ability to give money and but also to snatch it, to take it back as fast as possible. So let's be on the alert. Oh wow, Mr. Edith is already another one of our chief marketing officer. We have a lot of chief marketing officers on here. So Mr. TS, I'm not sure if it's Mr. or Mrs. Right? So I cannot. So TSB is here on invitation from Mr. Edith. Glad to have you, sir. Oh, sir or madam, wherever you're watching from, glad to have you on board. All right, very quickly on here, as we just crossed 9:03 Eastern time in New York and in Toronto, is 6:03 in Southern California, where I'm coming to you live for this stock market technical analysis day. The purpose of the morning show here, which we have weekdays from 8:50. Yes, I was late today, but my apologies. For whatever reason, I'm noticing pattern on Monday, but I'm awake, folks. Not that I just woke up, right? How do we know that? Our subscribers, they know exactly what time I gave them the GangstA trade inside of the GangstA room. We have 5 main channels. So we have the trade alerts, and those match our strategy. The trade alerts, the GangstA trades. What do we have? We do have the Friday Lotos. Oh boy. We do have the swing trades, so I created new channels for that. And lastly, we have a full dedicated channel just for SPY. Guess what, folks? Yeah, there are traders out there who are very comfortable with SPY. We know some of them. Mr. Winty is one of them. I spoke with a brother this yesterday. Was a very, very spiritual conversation. Yes, I do have spiritual conversation that start from the stock markets, believe it or not. So, where are we going? Where are we going with this? So yeah, there's a lot that's going on in the world that we live. So trading is just one of those opportunities for me. I mean, in a time such as this one, to connect with people across the globe. So this morning, let's quickly go through which that we usually do. Oh, yeah. The reason, yeah. You see, I lost my train of thought. People go, this guy, where was he going with that? No, the person, the trader I was speaking with, having spiritual conversation, happens to be a specialist of SPY. Yeah, so his initial interaction with us with successful trading was, hey, do you trade SPY? And I said, do we trade SPY ever? Yeah. So we even have a dedicated channel on SPY. Basically, that we will be posting on there. I will be posting on the trades idea on SPY using the numerous strategies that we know about SPY. That's basically it. So speaking of SPY, very quickly on here, let's look at the chart of SPY QQQIWM because that just gives us a general idea where we stand for the overall market. But remember, right, when you are trading a specific stock, do not be making a decision on that stock based on what SPY is doing or whatever ETF that stock is in. Base your decision on what that specific stock is telling you. Always be mindful of that. So very quickly on here, SPY. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend. My weekend was not bad at all. It was just a lot of working. I was writing content. I was having one-on-one coaching sessions. So yeah, by the time, let's say, what time was it? 8 p.m. yesterday, I was just like, whew, I had to go to bed. So I've refreshed this morning to take on a brand new week here on the US stock equity. So where SPY is starting flat, right? SPY is starting flat. You can see the full recovery that took place last week. Yeah, that's how I do. Can you believe that last Monday, the stock, again, I'm not sure if this 372 was part of that, but we went from 382 to 394. So bullish, posting higher highs. We said it numerous times on here. If you are new to technical analysis, no problem. No problem per se. Maybe this is our invitation to join successful trading, teaching, and education service, because we will teach you how to feel comfortable about making trading decisions on the movement of charting. A lot of people do it. Some people say that, oh, it's it's a witchcraft or anything. No, it actually works, just like anything. Nothing works 100% of the time, yeah? But in trading, you don't need your strategy. I don't know of anybody who say, oh, have this strategy that works 100% of the time. No. You need an edge, and that edge could be, hey, if you notice that something works even 50% of the time, 45% of the time, or even lower than that, because usually people ask me, hey, Telex, what's your winning percentage strategy of your trade alerts? Well, if I tell them the GangstA trade, maybe, not that that's the case, maybe the GangstA trade, maybe you win only 30% of the time. Only 30% of the time, yes, but my friend, the winners, they are 10 baggers. Guess what? So yeah, if 70% of the time my tiny risk that I have on the GangstA trade is this much, and then my winners go this much, I don't need to win that often to really make consistent money. So think about that very quickly on here. So SPY has expiration today So for us, we will be involved based on one of our strategy on the closing of SPY later on between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. So be on the lookout on that. And if SPY decide to be flat the entire day, it's okay by us, really. But I mean, we wait the next day. That's always the case. So no wahala there. That's SPY is not gapping today at all. Not a problem. So here's QQQ. QQQ is still yet not above the EMA exponential moving average 20, which is our green line on our trading view charts. It's starting really flat this morning. I mean, this stock they did a little bit of rest, don't they? So and again, this week being expiration, quadruple expiration week, just be very careful on there. For us, trading weekly options, here's what we know. The more time passes by with stock not moving, we actually start doing this because that means that options are cheaper. Yeah, and you just need one day for your stock to move bigly, and you make big money on option trading. So patience, and let's ease ourselves into this week. Here's RWM, the Russell 2K, the small cap index, and the small cap index has been strong, super strong. We talked about this all last week, right? Look at this. New all-time high, ladies and gentlemen. So let me show you, my friend. IWM, new all-time high, 233.59. Just unbelievable. This market is so resilient. It's just not even funny. Yeah. Here, the red boxes that you see were previous instances where there was some type of bearish direction. So now we have a fourth occurrence of that. So if I can put a box on here, on this one, you see, every time there was a box, that's where I put the previous 3 ones. Every time that there was that bearish type of movement inside of this box, what happened? Every single time the rally took us to a brand new high. So lesson to be learned on here. Next time the IWM index is trading below its EMAs of this type, and I mean one of those, it just means that you and I we need to get involved, because this scenario on here, we talked about it all of last week. Yeah, for us, we were trading IWM all of last week, and I was reporting that on here, that how that was going. So fantastic. It recovered overall, and it posted a brand new high. So, all right. That takes care of that. Oh, Mr. Zobon has 8 questions about, hey, Mr. Zobon here. We cannot have a show here without Mr. Zobon looking at one of his stocks. Yeah, so let's do that such that at least I have that box checked. So this morning he has not, how many of these stocks? So I'm bullish on RKT, SOS. Let's start with those 2 maybe, shall we? RKT, it's not, when you see me do that, that's mean I'm not familiar with the stock, but that's not a problem. Oh my goodness, look at this one. Wow. Where was I on March the 2nd to trade this one? Wow. The stock rocketed from 28, actually not 28, from 24 to 42. Whoa, what a wahala. So, and then now, as usual, yeah, if you, oh man, this chart here, teaching opportunity here on this chart. Let's say, okay, you find this chart, let's say on March the 2nd, I didn't. There are just so many stock, right? So, rocket company. So, if you find this chart and then the stock did this, and you're like, oh, you missed the trade, and you didn't get involved, wrong. So we will teach you, we can teach you how you could have, even after missing this peak candle, taking advantage of this move on here. Truth fact. And actually the chart suggested that on here in prior days here, this was on January the 21st, after a big move like this outside of the upper Bollinger, the stock find itself coming back to moving average. So now actually it's trading below the yellow line exponential moving average 8. But I mean, it's really just going sideways, right? So there's no telling when this sideways is going to finish. That's really the problem on here. So for me, the clear direction, I will be bullish above 28. Now you can't tell me, yeah, but that's $3 away. Yeah, that's fine, because this stock here has proven that over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, that 28 is that resistance. So any money that we have on here, above that, I don't know what type of, oh, Mr. Zobon actually told us. Let's check. He wants to trade calls. Okay, so yeah, so trading calls on here, I wouldn't do that. I mean, it's showing one thing here. It's showing that we have some type of support at this price level. So support is at 24. Yeah, so maybe 26 thereabout before getting bullish, we need to be seeing this thing posting higher highs. Yeah, meaning that price is going higher and higher. That's not the case as of now. So wait and see for me on here, because this thing could be breaking down. They're trying to fill the gap, right? There are even two gaps, because the prior gap here was between $20 and let's say 23. So it's anybody guess how long they can stay with this stock on here. Hopefully that helps on there. SOS is the other stock that Zorbon wants us to take a look at. Another sideways type of stock on here, sideways between $6 and $7, and this has been going on since let's say the last week of February. Overall, if we go to the weekly chart, and this is let's say a reaction to the previous bullish move that took the stock from $4 to $14. So hopefully you were able to trade it under. The thing with this type of stock, right, folks? Yeah, hopefully by looking at this chart here, you familiarize yourself with what usually happens. When a stock is extended means that from a technical point of view, the price has gone up too quickly. What is that? We have an indicator here called the upper Bollinger Band, and that's what you see typically, that when the stock extend itself outside of the upper Bollinger Band. So meaning on this day here, February the 17th, for instance, the stock was trading open at $15. $15 went as high as $15.88 before retreating, because the Bollinger Band, which is a natural resistance, yeah, that's how you should be approaching that, was only at $10, and the stock was trading $5 above that. I love this type of trades, actually. Trust me, this is the one love type of thing that I like. As I'm on it, let me just digress 1 second, because that's an opportunity on here. Otherwise, we're going to run out of time. I see a stock this morning doing that. This stock, PENN, it's a stock within that gaming industry, that gambling industry, if you will, right? So guess what? It's a perfect candidate for GangstA trade for us. Yes. So our subscribers, they already know what we're trading on, because this stock is starting. This is the daily chart, and here my chart. It's the highest, the upper Bollinger Band that you can see. Trust me, the price is much higher than that upper Bollinger Band. It's at $131, but the stock is opening at $140. I love trading those, because only two things can happen. Either that momentum continue forward, in which case we make money with calls, or the stock find itself retreating, cooling off a little bit, we make money with puts. And guess what strategy do you know that can take advantage of the movement of the stock in either direction? Yes, you guessed it. It's the GangstA trade. So we have pen here as the GangstA trade this morning. All right. So back to this one here. So the stock overheated it a little bit, came back to support around always these natural averages, and then now it's finding support under some type of accumulation. And the $6 stock, yeah, they can accumulate for a long time. So in here, I will be bullish above $8 and trying to see if we can go back again. They usually will be going back again. It's just a matter of when. All right. So hopefully that helps on there very quickly. Next stock on here, Zorbon, could I ask for a favor, please? Maybe no more than two, three stocks per day. No, I'm joking. What is this one? And lower healthcare, $37 stock. Wow, pretty much the same pattern, right? If you apply which that I just mentioned on the other one, extend it. And here's the other thing. Typically, when you see this type of bullish move, the first day that a stock make its move outside of the upper Bollinger, like this candle on here for this stock AND on February the 23rd, there is this thing that, I don't know, I haven't done validation, but most of the time you will see that, meaning that it will take a stock about 3 days for it to continue on that momentum. So definitely, after this first candle, we have talked about this before, your bias is on the bullish side. Yeah, the stock will continue. In this case here, they say that it has earnings, so it took it 3 days, and then after that, it was really extended, because it was trading at $44, the upper Bollinger at the time, which will be increasing as the stock is increasing in price, but then it find its way coming back on here. Now it's stabilizing here at around the EMAs 8 and 20, and so here we can look for a bullish trade when it clears this candle on here, let's say above 38 or thereabout. In the meantime, it can go sideways like here. Look at this accumulation on here. for the longest of time. So those are tricky. And you can just set an alert on here. Here's how we go about setting an alert. So set an alert. I'm going to say, here's my alert on this one. I'm going to say, okay, actually I can type it instead of wasting time, 38 on here, and create, and it will notify me via email. Actually, there's this thing on here, webhook. I've been trying to use them. If somebody knows how to use webhooks, that's where this alert actually could come inside of one of our channel in the Discord. I tried here, but for whatever reason, that API is not moving. So this is how I said you can set up an alert here very quickly on a stock like this. All right. So I believe Mr. Zorbon has a fourth stock. So OUCL, that's the this Ocular Therapeutics. Okay, Ocular Therapeutics. This is about a $20 stock, and this is its daily chart. Nice run from November all the way to mid-December, from $10 to $22, just sequentially going up and up. Since then, it has faced some resistance. The resistance level on here is at $23, and now it's trading at $20.84, but a lot of sideways on here, a lot of sideways. So really in here, again, this type of stock for me, I really want to approach them whenever well, actually it is doing something. It is now, last Friday it posted this big candle on here from 18 to 20. So yeah, but the thing on here is that, is this breakout going to be sustainable? So in that case, I will strangle this thing with, let's say, what was the resistance here? 25 calls, and then coming back to 18. Yeah, that's, I don't know what type of a weekly or monthly option that it has. Actually, monthly option this week, they are weekly option because the monthly expiration is this coming Friday. All right. So is 9:21. What else? Oh, maybe the last thing on here, we promised that this is how you will go about going FinViz. Let me show the screen properly. So FinViz, I'm actually writing the article based on the numerous videos. We have multiple videos on our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is a library on option trading. That's how I want you to approach it. Yeah. And that library has over 500. Yeah, you can tell me a library with only 500 books is not much. But hey, we have to start somewhere, right? My excuse is that I've only been doing this for a year. Maybe after 2 years, I will be saying, our option trading library on YouTube has 1,000 videos. Oh, that would be fantastic. So we have videos on how to use FinViz on there. So what did I want you to show on here? I wanted to show the industry. That's you can select on here to say to look for specific stock just in that industry. So we were talking about the gaming industry. Let's see here. Okay, actually they call it gambling. Okay, they call it gambling. So gaming is like the politically correct. If you actually, gaming is really gaming, right? This one is gambling. So DraftKings is one such stocks in here that we know of. GAN Limited and 500.com, which is from China, is another stock in there. But I thought, I don't know where Penn is. So let me tap Penn stock on here, the one that's and see which industry did they put it in. Consumer cyclical. Okay, resorts and casinos. Okay, so we'll be under the same classification as Wynn and the like. Yeah. Okay, here you go. Because actually, yeah, because those resorts, they have a physical location, unlike maybe DraftKings, which is not a place where people actually go, because this is done online most of the time. So that's how you will go about doing it here on. So you just select industry, and you can analyze any type of stock within that industry based on seasonality. Seasonality is something that I will be talking a little bit more into this week. As of now, it is 9:23. We have 7 minutes to try to reset our mind and body to be able to engage into the quadruple wishing week option expiration on here. Thank you for your time. For those in our Discord channel, we will be speaking to you if you have any questions. Until then, have a great trading session, everybody. Bye-bye.